Have you ever experienced a night so eerie that it sends chills right down your spine? Imagine a town, a quaint little place tucked away from the hustle and bustle of city life. Picture a patchwork quilt of homes, each one as inviting as the next, nestled among rolling hills and green pastures. This is the kind of town where folks still know their neighbors, where children play freely in the streets, and where the most exciting event is the annual county fair. It's the kind of place where peace and tranquility are not just desired, but expected. Here, life moves at a slower pace, a rhythm that's in tune with the changing seasons. It's a place where the first blush of dawn is greeted with the crowing of roosters, and the setting sun is bid goodbye with the soothing hum of crickets. The residents, they're a hearty bunch, salt of the earth folks who value hard work, community, and a good slice of apple pie. The town's charm lies in its simplicity. The days are marked by the comings and goings of the mail truck, the chime of the town hall clock, and the laughter of children returning home from school. Every evening, the town settles into a comfortable quiet, a blanket of serenity that wraps around each home, each heart, lulling them into peaceful slumber. But don't let this idyllic picture fool you. Every town has secrets, and this one is no different. It's a place where the ordinary and extraordinary coexist, where the mundane meets the mysterious, where reality often blurs with the realm of the supernatural. You see, beneath the surface of this tranquil town, beneath the smiles and the small talk, there's a sense of unease, a feeling that's hard to shake off, a feeling that's tied to one peculiar night, a night that seemed just like any other until it wasn't, a night that left a mark so deep it changed the town and its people forever. So sit back and let me take you on a journey back to that fateful night, a night like no other. But one fateful night, everything changed. Imagine the tranquility of a peaceful night shattered by a bone-chilling scream. On one fateful evening, the town's serenity was abruptly ruptured. A high-pitched, blood-curdling scream sliced through the stillness of the night, an eerie sound that sent shivers down the spine of every soul who heard it. It echoed off the town's buildings, reverberating through the narrow streets and alleyways, a chilling reminder of the tranquility that had been so cruelly snatched away. Just as the echo began to fade, a sudden silence fell upon the town. Then swiftly and without warning, the lights flickered and died. The town was plunged into an unnerving darkness, the only light coming from the moon's pale glow. An unsettling hush blanketed the town, unnaturally quiet except for the distant howling of a lone dog. Fear began to creep into the hearts of the town's residents. The silence was broken by the shuffling of feet and hushed whispers as neighbors emerged from their homes, their faces a mask of worry and confusion. The once bustling town square was now filled with shadowy figures, their eyes wide with fear, their bodies tense with anticipation. Their initial efforts to understand the situation were futile. Phone lines were down. The power outage had plunged the entire town into technological darkness. The lack of communication only added to their growing fear and unease. They huddled together, their breaths creating small clouds in the cold night air, their hearts pounding in their chests. Some ventured into the darkness, armed with flashlights and a sense of determination, trying to trace the source of the scream. Others stayed behind, their eyes darting nervously around the pitch-black surroundings, their minds filled with terrifying scenarios. The night seemed to stretch on forever, each minute heavy with the weight of uncertainty. The once peaceful town was now a place of fear and confusion, the residents' lives upended by an event they could not understand or explain. The once peaceful town was plunged into darkness and fear. What would you do if your safe haven suddenly turned into a scene from a horror story? In the heart of the town, where the night had once been filled with the comforting sounds of crickets and the occasional hoot of a solitary owl, an eerie silence now reigned. The darkness, once a blanket of tranquility, was now a shroud of uncertainty. As the town's residents ventured out of their homes, their hearts pounded like drums in their chests. Their mission was simple: to investigate the source of the blood-curdling scream that had shattered the peaceful night sky, and to shed light on the sudden and unexplained power outage. Their journey led them to a house on the outskirts of town, a house that stood as still as a tombstone, its doors wide open as if inviting them into its depths. The sight was a chilling one, and a wave of dread washed over them. The house, once a symbol of warmth and hospitality, now stood as a sinister monument in the face of their fear. Inside, they found strange symbols drawn on the floor, cryptic and unsettling. They were like nothing they had ever seen before, a language lost in time or perhaps never meant for mortal eyes. The symbols seemed to dance and twist under the glow of their flashlights, creating a macabre spectacle that heightened their fear and confusion. The air hung heavy with a sense of foreboding, as if the very walls of the house were holding their breath, watching and waiting. Each creak and groan of the old house echoed their own fears and uncertainties, amplifying the terror that gripped their hearts. In their quest for answers, they found only more questions. Questions that gnawed at their minds, whispers that tugged at the edges of their sanity. The house had offered no solace, no comfort, only a deepening mystery that seemed to be spiraling into an abyss of the unknown. Unbeknownst to them, they had just stepped into the eye of the storm. How would you react if you stumbled upon something that defied all logic and reason? Imagine the bewilderment of the residents when they unearthed a peculiar luminescent object within their home. This was no ordinary item. It was something out of the ordinary, something that seemed to belong more to the realm of science fiction than reality. The object, oddly cold to the touch, emitted a soft, eerie glow that illuminated the room in an otherworldly light. But the strangeness didn't stop there. It also produced a hum, a low, persistent sound that vibrated through the walls, causing a sense of unease to ripple through anyone who heard it. Yet, the object was not the sole source of their bewilderment. Alongside it, they found an old diary, its pages yellowed with age and filled with entries that detailed a series of bizarre occurrences. The entries were cryptic, filled with sketches of the glowing object and words that spoke of strange happenings. Each entry was a story in itself, a tale of something inexplicable and mysterious, something that defied all logic and reason. The diary was filled with accounts of unexplained noises, flickering lights, and objects moving on their own. It told tales of an eerie presence that seemed to permeate the house, a presence that left the residents feeling watched and uneasy. The discovery of the diary and the peculiar object opened a new chapter in the residents' lives. They had stumbled upon something that went beyond the realm of the ordinary, something that challenged their understanding of reality. The object and the diary, each a mystery in its own right, were pieces of a larger, more complex puzzle. Their discovery was a stark reminder that there are things in this world that defy explanation, things that challenge our beliefs and push the boundaries of our understanding. But it also brought with it a sense of adventure, a thrill of delving into the unknown and unraveling mysteries that have long remained hidden. The object and the diary were just the tip of the iceberg. What if the horror that you faced was not from this world? A chilling question that would soon be answered with a terrifying truth. You see, the residents of this quaint little town were not dealing with an ordinary threat. No, they were dealing with something much more sinister, something otherworldly. The scream that echoed through the night was not that of a human, but of a creature from a realm beyond our comprehension. A realm of darkness, of terror, a realm that should have remained untouched. This scream, this unearthly wail, was its calling card, a haunting melody that would forever be etched into the minds of those who heard it. The power outage that plunged the town into darkness was not a mere coincidence. It was a calculated move, a strategic play by this creature from the shadows. It thrived in the darkness, in the fear it instilled in the hearts of the residents. It fed off their terror, grew stronger with each passing moment that they were left in the dark, helpless and afraid. The strange symbols that were found scattered around the town were not random scribbles, but ancient runes, the language of this creature. Each symbol, a testament to its power, its dominion over the realm it came from. The residents were not just facing a creature, they were facing a king, a being that reigned supreme in its world. The realization hit them like a freight train. The horror they faced was not of this world. It was something much more terrifying, much more dangerous. It was a creature of nightmare, a king of darkness, a terror from another realm. The fear was palpable, the terror real. They were in its world now, and it was coming for them. As they stood there, aghast and terrified, they heard the high-pitched scream once again, but this time it was much closer. Y'all, we're wrapping up here, but don't you go anywhere just yet. Show some love, hit that like button. Fancy more content like this? Go on, subscribe and let that bell icon ring so you won't miss a beat. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, sharing is caring. Until next time, stay tuned.